Hoot hoot everybody, hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the noble owl of Globie Generation 2 Equinox, and welcome to an art stream. Hi Bloomies! Hello Maria! Hoot hoot Miri, hoot hoot Natsu, hoot hoot Ciel, hoot hoot Zoe. Is it Zoe or is it Gonzalez? What would you prefer? Hi everybody, can you hear me okay? Can you hear the music okay? Is everything good? Zoe, okay. Got it. Hoot morning! It's evening here, but good morning. I got some water. It's warm. If you can hear me fine, that's all good. It's all good. Hello, Laurie. Hoot hoot. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to finish this. Hello, Sai. Shoot, hoot hoot. Hello works too. Hello is international. Let's see. Let me just make sure everything is loaded well. And yeah, I'm ready to get into this, to finish my hard mode entry for my own challenge. The challenge is the deadline is on Sunday. If you're still working on your entry, please get it in 2 hours before stream starts, because that's probably at most where I'm going to be gathering, collecting stuff. Because last time I underestimated it. It took way longer because I wanted to make it a proper presentation, just kind of have everyone's little comments from social media and stuff. So please help me out and get your entries in as soon as possible. But if you're pushing the deadline a little bit, please get it in like a couple of hours, 2 hours at least before stream, right? Yeah, I saw Mary. It looks great. I'm not reposting and stuff yet. I wanna make sure to give it until the feature stream. But yeah, there's a lot of fun posts. I'm really excited to show you guys. I mean, of course you can all just like check out the hashtag, but yeah, I would hopefully you will leave it until the feature stream so we can all take a look together. Sweating while doing the line art. You can't spell painting without pain. I'm just kidding. Good luck, Sai. Thank you for still wanting to do it, even if it's like really like the deadline is looming. I still appreciate it that you want to participate, and good luck. Good luck with it. Also remember, it's also for fun, so you don't really have to push it too much if it's getting in the way of other stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy a lot of people wanted to join in on this on the challenge. It's been really fun, and I'm going to be rounding up my my hard mode one. Hopefully running it. I'm not saying like it's a given, but yeah, I'm gonna try to. Hoot hoot Joy, welcome. Let's see other things before we go into it. Yeah, okay. So I posted a poll, like just now, a poll on YouTube that I'm gonna let run over the weekend, and I want you guys to voice what cozy game you would like to see on Mondays. 3 options: Rune Factory, Date Everything, or Minecraft. I want to focus on so far I feel like I've had a really good reception from all of them, and I would like to know which one you would rather see. I'm not gonna be like circling them too much. I just kind of want to focus and try to get the most like out of like experiencing a game together for a bit. So yeah, give me your opinions on that one, and we'll play it for a bit. I had the sketch, which is the heaviest in my opinion, and I have this amazing piece. I cannot give up on it. Okay, cool. Did not have any colors. It doesn't have to have any colors. No, it doesn't have to be. Like, obviously the democracy, yeah, it's crazy. Like, democracy. So yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on that, and then we'll see what we do on the upcoming weeks. how do you say that? It's quite possible there will be another cozy game coming up that might take its place and stuff like that too, but this is what we're gonna do. I'll be hearing you out for this one. Steffi, hello. Jennifer, hello. And yeah, other thing, yeah, obviously, like I said before, this week is the last week of this art challenge. I already have an idea for the next art challenge, but that one is gonna land on the next month. Like I'm gonna try to do this so that we start it at the beginning of the month, not like this week, so to say. So there's gonna be a week without an art challenge where I'm essentially prepping and ironing out the details of the next one, but then I'll be posting it the 2nd of July. That'll be the July art challenge. Hi, Julie. Yeah. There you go. And yeah, I believe that's all for now that I should cover. I'm doing well, thank you. Drinking water. Staying hydrated. And yes, soon. Y'all good? Ready to get some art done? Let's go. I want to start you all off with a little question. Did I say hello, Seal? I always forget if I said. Probably did. You get an extra one. Okay, so here we go. A quick explanation of the art challenge so that you can get caught up on what the whole deal is about. And maybe OC, there is a specific pickeroo that you need to use. Gosh, I did not prep a link to that one. Pickeroo 200369. Recorded that short a couple of times. I know what it is. There you go. Click. I'm gonna have it open so you guys can have it. There you go. Here you go. This pickeroo, you go on it, you randomize, you go into the little random little dice icon, you randomize all, and if you want to do this challenge in hard mode, you just go with whatever you get on the first randomizer. Even if it's easy, that's what you get. If you do it on medium, normal difficulty, you randomize 3, and you pick one, and then you draw that. And if you're gonna do it on easy, then you just keep randomizing until you get a nice one. I'm doing it on nightmare difficulty. I actually randomized until I got a tricky one. So we got this one, and because it's a randomize all kind of a situation, you can get props and hands and everything just randomly everywhere. I've seen people be really creative with that. So we got this one, and for me, like, I know these are like, this is from like an eye patch. I can imagine so, at least. But I decided instead to make them kind of like little seams almost, so that they're like an android, like a robot, you know? So this is kind of what we went for. It's kind of like someone threw it, or a book dropped from an upper floor or something, and they caught it. And then they went to the classroom that dropped it, and they were like, did you drop this? You know, kind of just holding it that way, not actually grabbing it and stuff like that. Mine was on hard mode. Excellent. Yeah, I think it's really fun. I did the first one on normal, and then I wanted to get a really scuffed one, so I just, at that point, I just randomized until like I got a really tricky one, like a potentially tricky one. I'm sure I've seen trickier than this, to be honest, but we're going for this one. So yeah, I'm drawing a robot girl, and we have dog ears and stuff like that here, so we're just making them kind of mecha ears. We'll see. How many times have you randomized the pickeroo character? This one was within the first 10, I think. I just kind of saved a couple, see which one looked strange or not. And this one just kind of went for because it was kind of tricky. I've randomized it a lot of times for my shorts. I randomized, like if you see the shorts that I made, the one linked, pinned in chat, or the other one, the first one that's a bit longer, you see there's a bunch of pictures there. Making a hard one. Well, if you got the time and you want to, I'd love to see it. Hello, Nia, welcome. Love your art. Thank you, thank you. So we're gonna continue rendering this, get the colors in, and generally I think that's kind of already kind of nice portrait overall, you know. Yes, yes, you. So let's put on some drawing music. We got the new playlist as well. Which are these? Are these the new ones? Yeah, these are the new ones. OC chat and shit. But yeah, I already got the next one in line, like readied up, so. Is the volume okay? You can never know with the... I think it's a little loud. Think it might still be okay. It's a bit strong. Yeah, I can see the bars. The bars. I always have to lower them a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Bam, bam, bada, bada, bam. Okay. Very nice. So, I wanted to start you guys off with a question. Namely, because something that, was it Sai that said so early on that kind of got me thinking, right? What part of the drawing process do you find the trickiest? I know it's different for everybody. Music's so nice. Thank you. I'm just grabbing a bunch of like nice ones from that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. This is not good. Uh-oh. My tablet's not working. Okay, give me a mo. Everything got checked except the tablet. Oh no. Ah, dang it. Ah, it's not working. It's not working. I'm gonna try the USB cable. Give me a mo. Ah, this is so annoying. I don't think we've had a stream where I haven't had to restart the stream because of like jitter or whatever. So give me a mo. Give me a mo. It's an owl feather. Yes, one of my own. Give me a mo. It works. Praise be the USB reconnector thing. It works. Nice. Owl feather? Why not? It's my own feather. So scuffed. There we go. Sketching, making thumbnails, choosing one of them and composing. Right, so you do the thumbnailing before you pick a... That's a pretty good start, actually. For those that don't know, let's talk about it. Let's see. Pose and perspective, we got anatomy. Proportions, angles with proportions. Okay. Sketching, making thumbnails. Okay. Hope it didn't hurt when you plugged it. No, it kind of just falls out on its own. Okay, let's see. All right, so thumbnailing. For those that don't know, thumbnailing is basically sketching, making really messy sketches that essentially are for the sake of you deciding on a specific pose, a specific angle, specific character. Usually they're meant to be quite small, and you tend to maybe draw said character in whatever pose you kind of want them to have. With the, like a sword there, and they got some kind of JoJo pose going, you know. So you kind of thumbnail something and then decide on what you're going to use with everything where it needs to go. Do the same thing. The other thing, there's different process for everybody. So essentially just do small sketches and then kind of picking whatever you want to use. Like, oh no, actually this time they're going to be hunched over, holding the sword, holding the scabbard with the other hand, you know, just kind of just coming running at you, kind of a thing. So you kind of pick it. This is a good method for composition to kind of decide on the pose, because you get a small version. It's meant to be kind of like to kind of see the readability of a picture. Of course, that's kind of it depends on the picture that you're going to draw. If you're doing a portrait, it's not necessarily that big of a deal but it's still good to thumbnail and try some stuff out. Because more often than not, your first idea, while it might be the one that's the easiest to cling on to, because I sure cling on to my first ideas, my first drafts, but there are usually a better way to do the whole thing, because it's just kind of like you know, kind of needs to go through a couple of iterations, just like if you were to try to write down your dreams, how nonsensical they might be, but you could still write it in a way that makes sense, you know. So this is still something I'm learning myself. You sound calming, I like it. Thank you. So, and what else did we get? We had that drawing things together in There's anatomy, angles with proportions. Yeah, angles with proportions, especially if you're gonna do very advanced angles. Kind of advanced angles doesn't even necessarily have to cover it. I just kind of mean the fact that maybe they are you are like a lower angle already messes things up a bit. Kill your darlings, as the writers say. Sometimes you have to scrap stuff if it doesn't work. Exactly, doesn't mean that you have to give up on it completely. In a way, you kind of like go through that if you come back and redraw a piece. You know, let's try another song. Foreshortening. Yeah, foreshortening is tricky. Foreshortening means making like if something is gonna be closer, and that's usually a drawing thing. You can photograph with lenses to get foreshortening in, but basically it's if you have a hand up that you kind of do make the hand be closer, you know. If you try to use people that base their pictures off of stock images and straight up like bases, like anime character bases and stuff, you can if you have a trained eye, you can tell that they based it, they traced it, or they just kind of copied it, because things like foreshortening, you need to kind of have your own little touch to it, you know. Because foreshortening, while it exists in FOV angles and stuff like that, it's not something that gets captured on camera easily, because it's a 3D thing. You would need two cameras in a way to really capture it fully. Usually stock images, when they take a picture, in order to kind of capture like it with a wide angle lens, and they hold their hand forward, unless they are holding the camera, you don't get the foreshortening. And sometimes the hand might actually look the same size in front of them than, you know, it would do normally. We're just going to be talking about this. I kind of want to draw examples, but I also want to finish this, so if you'll excuse me. Also gonna make sure that I'm saving. Okay, should be good. So, robot girl, yeah? How long are you drawing for in your lifetime? One lifetime. Was that sound you saving? Yes, I have a little jingle now for when I save. I got it back. I used to have it. It always gave a little bit of like a ee, yes, I saved. It's not from Rune Factory. I have a Rune Factory one as well, which I might mix up a little bit. It is not from Rune Factory. It sounds familiar, yeah. It's from a Final Fantasy. But I do also, I do in fact have the Rune Factory one as well. I was debating between the two, and maybe with this maybe between the two. Let's see. There it is. Okay, we can switch it up to this one. There you go. It's a bit longer though. But I like the other ones a bit faster. I've been summoned. Why? Rune Factory? Rune Factory. Yeah, that's my save. That's my save sound. It just goes over the other music. Rune Factory 4 Special. Rune Factory 4 Special. Yeah, my I have a little alarm in the evening to kind of snap me out of anything that I might be doing. If I'm drawing, if I'm doing something else, if I'm doom scrolling, and it is straight up the Rune Factory going to bed jingle. It just kind of like go to bed. Also, it just actually plays that do 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 do. And I'm like, okay, brush teeth, save my game. Sometimes if you journal, time just passes as well. I've taken to a bit of a habit that whenever I want to do something and I'm kind of like, I cannot let time pass for this. I kind of need to keep on top of this. I set an alarm, right? I set a little alarm, like on like a wristwatch kind of a thing. I'll just kind of do a timer for a little bit. It's not really Pomodoro technique, but yeah. Gotta work on some stuff. All right, Marie, thank you. But Jesu, I really appreciate your your thoughts on which Cozy Monday game we should be playing. The other games that aren't gonna be played, I'm gonna be playing at my own leisure. Because right now I haven't touched any of the games that I want to play. Yeah, little mech ears. Might put some color on that too, so like maybe the middle one is colored or it has a little bit of a pattern in a bit, but we'll get to that in a bit. Also, why work hard when you can work smart, right? Symmetrical mecha ears, why not? Now we were talking about the things that feel the trickiest, right? For me, I would say I need to focus the most when sketching. I don't do line art, so it kind of goes directly into just kind of goes directly into whatever, you know, I want to make of it. But I do feel like I really need to focus when sketching stuff. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it, but also because of the pressure of like if it's something on stream that I want to do with you guys, that I will, like you say, I do not kill my darlings, so to say. Sorry, you shouldn't say that word on on YouTube. I do not get rid of my darlings. I just straight up go for the first idea because I kind of feel like a certain pressure. So it's honestly better to have a sketch done ahead of time. That's always a little tricky to do, especially when we're doing these challenges where, you know, I shouldn't. The idea is that you go in blind. So yeah. Loving this, the music. Yes, Sue. So but like I told you guys, I'm working a little bit on my basics a little bit, so I can easier start working on a picture. Oh, the drawing. Okay. No worries. It's fun because when you take a little moment, take a moment from a sketch or a drawing. For me, it's been a while since I, you know, opened this picture because I've been working on stream. That's when I start seeing the stuff that I would change. You know, you get that effect if you rush a picture and you just post it and then you come back to it. You might have that feeling of the eye looks wonky, the nose, you know, kind of, because you were a bit too fast with posting it. Usually taking a moment, coming back to it, even if it's a day or the next day, you might see some stuff that might need changing. Other times you don't really need to. It might not be that big a deal, but I definitely noticed it with this one. Like, you know, I kind of was working on it last time and then I came back and I noticed some stuff on the face that I feel like I probably would have, me personally, I would do like the nose to mouth ratio different, so I changed the stuff around a little bit. Hello, Lola. So it's always important, I think, personally, to give yourself maybe an afternoon, maybe an evening, come back to it like later. You step away from it a little bit, come back, and then see what parts you feel like might need some work. Hello, Aaron. Welcome. I saw the shapes of the eyes were different on each side too, stuff like that. That could get a little bit of touch up. I'm working on this on one layer right now, so you know the modifications are okay as long as everything is they're all right to do, as long as everything isn't you know, fully merged up in a way that, you know, it's rendered, so to say. The more rendering and effects it has, the harder it is to paint over. Right now, everything is still kind of sketchy, and it might stay sketchy because really putting in the extra work, the extra rendering on this would make the picture take way longer to finish. But that doesn't mean we can't put a little bit of detail in where it counts, right? So we're just gonna get some of the coloring in done okay, and then we get some and then we're just gonna polish it up a little bit as long as we can on the stream. I don't think I have the patience to do this. That's all right. A lot of people will say drawing takes patience, but in my I think I would rather express it as drawing is about eagerness more so than it is to being patient about it. As someone that has drawn and has an idea that I want to bring to life, then it's all about kind of chiseling away at it until you start seeing it, and I'm just kind of like, oh man, I see it, it's right there. I can see the vision, I can see the ending. I just gotta do this extra little thing. You kind of see it at the far end, you know? You kind of hurry to it. Good luck, Natsu. Thank you. So yeah, drawing and painting does indeed take patience, but it's not, you're doing it out of an eagerness to get there more so. It's just kind of like if you're gonna take a trip somewhere that you want to go, yes, you have to be patient to get there, but you're also kind of riding on this eagerness to be there, you know what I mean? Two sides of the same coin. I guess this part is just white pages. Modding while studying, I salute you. Yeah. Okay. I guess I picked a warm gray for the outfit. I'll just go with that. But actually, it looked like it looked like it was a sweater, but it's actually a blazer. I also like the process of figuring out exactly how I'm gonna put the idea in my head how to put the idea in my head into the drawing, yeah. That process in itself can be quite frustrating for people, admittedly. Because the way imagination works, depending on the level of your imagination, you know, like how well you can visualize the apple. I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying when I say that, but I'll explain if you want me to. Just tell me, please explain. But it's the fact that it doesn't, it never really matches exactly what you have in your head. Hello, Joe, welcome. Hoot hoot. Today. Why not tomorrow? Hi, Joe, how are you doing? The aphantasia thing. Well, aphantasia is when you essentially cannot really visualize things. But I've known artists that are pretty good at their craft with aphantasia. You would think that's not possible because like you need to have imagination if you're going to be an artist. Not necessarily. You can learn the techniques and then you can follow a routine. You can follow instructions. Nothing can stop art. That's very true. You can't stop progress. So, yeah, it actually never matches what you have in your head. Only you learn, the more techniques you learn, the more you kind of know how to translate it and how to kind of feel like, okay, this is a pretty good translation, you know. It's just like a language. You cannot one-to-one translate certain things because certain languages lack the expressions. But you can get close enough. But yeah, the more fantasia you have, the more imagination, vivid imagination you have, and the more vivid the image in your head is, the harder it is to actually really get it exactly the way you see it. Because there's too many factors. You can think in sound, you can think in chronological order, you can think in complete stories and just pick one moment from that little story. I don't have very vivid imaginations, so that might be it. That's completely fine too. Like you still have an imagination to see the image in your head, what you want to draw. And that is still a process of being able, like you say, to get that onto the paper, to get that onto the canvas. I've been frustrated more often than not when something doesn't want to turn out a certain way that I have it in mind. But at one point I was also kind of like talking to, I can't remember talking to someone when I was kind of like, you know what, I just got this idea of the characters doing this specific thing, and like kind of see it from a low angle and they're kind of in the air, mid-air and stuff like that. And I'm like, but I can't do it yet. I'm not good enough yet. But that's always been a trigger, or like not a trigger. It's always been an encouragement to study whatever it is that I'm missing, or try to find the references to fill in the gap of my own knowledge, so that I can get that knowledge and get well and good, not well enough, good enough to draw what I'm seeing, what I'm picturing, you know. And it wasn't from a place of like, oh, I'm not good enough, you know, I could never do this. It's just kind of like, I could do this if I like look up some mid-air poses and maybe watch some cutscenes from similar kind of situations, you know. I just kind of like, I can't just do it from nothing, but I can do it if I find my references. That said, it's always good to have references. You guys know, like, the more I've been practicing my basics, the more I've been practicing starting, you know, guidelines and starting stuff with that, the more I realize how much I've been skipping certain steps and completely relying on the digital process to fix things. There's never a thing that is like things that are not allowed to do in art. I mean, you can just do literally anything, you know. There's nothing that is that it really is outside of the capability of doing things, what you can do for art, right? But whenever you rely a lot on bases or 3D models or references specifically for the face, without you actually kind of learning and taking the time to learn what makes it good, that is essentially a crutch more than anything, you know. You can keep working with that as your base. A lot of artists actually keep do things like commissions and everything, like high level stuff. They're using the same techniques, but I feel like my goal is always to improve, but also be faster about it. And in order to be faster, I've decided, or more so like for all the things I can pinpoint, if I get a stronger base, that is gonna improve my speed as well, because then I spend less time fixing the pictures, you know? Yeah, and like CL says, if I'm leaning too much myself, if I'm leaning a lot on a reference, it will affect my style as well, because I will be drawing a specific character in whatever style they have. You have multiple ways to draw another character that isn't, you know, yours, like an original character of yours. But even in something like this, even with something like with the Picru, I drew the face a little bit more my own kind of interpretation, but you could also be referencing this and essentially drawing the same face, you know? If you lean too heavily on what you got. Now, we kind of went a little bit loosely, like even the hair color doesn't even match, you know, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of like reinterpretation involved in this. Which some people like, other people don't. It's kind of like, it doesn't look like the character, you know, so. But I personally feel like there is a lot to be there's a lot to be gained by studying and practicing the basics again, so that that part is sturdier to build on. I hope to be able to share some of that with you guys soon as well. Pinterest is my best friend with references. Pinterest used to be a really good place for references. I would argue it still is to a degree. It's just that generated images are really taking over a lot of places. So when used as a reference, sure, but when leaned heavily on, you might be drawing the errors that the image itself has. A lot of artists are too afraid to start. It's important to just get making the thing you imagine. Yeah, that I feel that. If you are just like with a lot of skills, abilities, and studies, right? If you are infatuated with the idea of being an artist, more so than you are of the thing that you want to draw, then that's going to be short-lived, I think. Because it takes time. It just takes a long time to get places for art. But if you are eager to draw a fan art or your characters and stuff like that, and you in that bit by bit kind of thing, just bring them to life, then the practice is gonna pay itself off, you know. I also learned from experience that you can, as you sketch, switch color on digital. Switch the color on digital or on physical with color pencils and such certain things on a piece. Yeah. If you're unsure of the colors and you do not wanna mess up your original sketch, if you're doing traditional, then a light table, like they're quite inexpensive now. Tend to see them on dollar store kind of things. Then you can just get one of those and trace your own base drawing or color over it, as you would with markers, so that you can still retain your original sketch in case you have something you wanted to, you know, try out. I'm very impatient. Admittedly, I've been very impatient into getting the picture done, and sometimes the picture just doesn't work out. Hello, Inaki-san. Welcome. Glazing over, what is that again? Like when you say glazing over, what does that mean in this context? Just that I'm not misunderstanding. Like an overlay. Ah, okay. Like in painting, you do grayscale and you glaze with colors. Ah, okay. Yeah, digital speeds up a lot, honestly. Yeah, I mean, if it is for protecting against kind of database training, then yeah, glazing its own thing, right? But no, I get it. I've heard the term before. I just wasn't sure. Finally finished the ambitious embroidery project. Happy how it turned out. I'm happy to hear. Good job. Flower bouquet. Wow. Embroidery can look so beautiful. Yeah, with watercolor you get a little bit of you can use markers as well, I guess, right? Like those alcohol markers, proper ones. Especially the low intensity ones that you can see what the colors are gonna look like. It's interesting how many methods there are to drawing, you know? It's interesting how I've tried a lot of different stuff and then it's kind of like been kind of frustrating with finding the methods too, because honestly, starting off trying to take art serious and everything like that, it was always like a quest for a for your style, you know. You gotta find your style, like left and right and stuff like that. I've been there too, but at some point I finally realized that it's less about the actual art style than it is more about finding your methods, your techniques, really. Because in digital art and art in general, finding the methods that work for you is essentially the fundamentals of your style. There are some parts in style and technique that you can teach. Others are your own thing. It is straight up your inspiration. The finishing touches tends to be your inspiration. If you're gonna ask me, if you were to ask me which part of an artist's process is technique and which is inspiration, finishing touches tend to be inspiration. How do you draw the proportions for the face? Because I can't draw the template. When I draw in there, the proportions are always off. This one actually did the Andrew Plumis method. No, it's a Loomis method. It's essentially, you know, you have a circle, but the one thing is that I was reminded when I was checking around for this, is that you've seen and heard of the whole like circle cross method, right? So let me draw it out. Just a bit of a circle there. The one misconception is that this oh, this is actually not properly sized. Let me fix that. The misconception is that this is not the eye line. I remember having learned that this is the eye line as well at one point. And then you kind of just have the mouth and the in between here and stuff like that. But it is not. It's more so the eyebrow line, more than anything. Because when you have the sides here too, the eyes are essentially more like here, and nose in this space, and mouth essentially somewhere here too. You find your own way, because obviously if you draw, this method is more so for like realistic proportions. But the thing with the Loomis method, the Plumis method, is that it was always called the squished face, like the kind of squeezed face method, because it draws the skull not as a round thing, not as a complete orb, but more so an actual, you know, like this part is flat, because the skull has this kind of structure. See, it has this little thing that sticks out in the back. And I think this method is really good because it also lets you see where the hairline should go as well, the actual face. Because when you do a circle cross for anime faces, you will usually end up with a very small head. And anime characters tend to have a very, very big, like, have a lot of head space upwards, and then everything gets squished together in the last third of this space as well. It's a style. You can absolutely find something that you resonate with. I'm not going to say which is right or wrong, just is kind of what the different things do. So facial proportions is generally having drawn a lot of faces. I can eyeball it to make it something somewhat right, but what I've been talking about the whole methods right now is generally that I kind of want it to be consistent. Right now I feel like my style is recognizable in the way that I render things, but generally a lot of things change in the eyes depending on the very small child proportion. Yeah, tends to be. I've been looking around at other styles as well, and then kind of taking note of what I like about it and what I don't. A good way to practice, if there is a style that you want to do, is that you copy the picture. If you copy the picture side by side first, and then you get rid of it, and then you try to redraw it again, and then you compare with the original where you drew it wrong, correct it, and then try to draw it again, like a three time drawing the same picture. Best thing to do is if you find a style that you really like, that you can find multiple references of, you can do that with multiples of them, until you get the hang of it. That's a way to assimilate a technique that an artist does, or emulate it. A bit about learning by doing kind of a thing. This is one layer. Yeah, it is one layer. It is the one layer right here. Right there. always feel guilty about copying art even though it's just practice. If it's for practice, sure. The only time you ever need to feel guilty is if you say like, I drew this from scratch. It's a lot of people that actually copy art, essentially draw from real life or copy another picture, and then they go like, these are the studies of today, but they're not taking credit for thinking of exactly everything, you know? In fact, there are some content creators that straight up make content off of style practice and straight up art, essentially emulating another artist's style. You know? It's not nice to have your art stolen and someone taking credit for the idea. I've been there, and it's something that happens in all kinds of areas as well. It's not just art exclusive, but ultimately you can only do you, and you do you best. So it's always the little thing that might happen online. Let's see. This is one layer. Yeah, it is one layer. Brain just gets hung up on it. Yeah, but it's a legit practice and teaching and learning method. Because if you're not, like, when you're trying to learn even someone else's stuff, you're also copying what they're telling you or showing you. So it's not any different from that either. And it's still your thing. If you copy a picture to learn how to do certain things, and then you use that knowledge to make your own picture, then that is you. That is your ability that drew that from what you learned. You're not copying anything. Remember those weird anime profiles on social media that say like, yep. I actually had that happen to me at one point, and I kind of, was like, you know what? I don't mind you guys posting it if you give me credit. And then they literally blocked me, and one of the moderators was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll talk to the others. And then one of the others was like, no, we don't do that. It's like, oh, well, they removed my picture and blocked me. That's like, wow. I'm like, and I said to myself, what a wonderful world. That's why you never post the big resolution pictures online. Never post the HD version online. Full page size watermark doesn't help. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for a lurk. You can do a full page watermark if you want, but if someone wants to reference and copy your picture, they don't have to grab your picture. They can just copy it. It's like the best protection that you can have, really, for your own art is, for one, not post it online at all. But if you want to do that, make sure to post a very downscaled version. Especially if you're selling prints or downloads of it or something like that, right? Keep it downscaled so that people get an idea of what you're drawing. Because honestly, people that that's browse social media and see your art and stuff like that, they're just gonna scroll. Usually don't save a picture. Some people save a picture because they look nice and stuff, but it's mostly just like seeing a little. You usually work with thumbnails, not the full size of the art, right? So just work with that, I think. Anyhow, yes, I'm working on learning my my basics again, and I think it's done quite good. It's done me good, and it will do me good, and it has done me good. Red. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I was invited last Christmas to play a part in a you know, a Christmas Carol, a live performance made with VTubers. So I was playing Fred, amongst other things, and that was one of the lines. No, wait, hold on. I had some art made of some as a Fate Grand Order and other anime characters done, and I had them on my Patreon full scale, and one day at a con I saw my drawing being sold in a booth. Yeah. I mean, you put them out there, like, just because someone has exclusive, I mean, I guess people would just go in, like, they would just join the Patreon to get the full scale images, right? Patreon itself, it's not necessarily like, when you do like a monthly Patreon thing, it's quite a cheap sum if you're looking for art to print. You know, you're not commissioning artists to make the art for you. You just go in there and grab the full scale picture. Yeah. At a con it's very terrible. It's terrible. People just do that stuff. I had someone message me at one point saying that hi, so I bought this wall scroll of this picture, and when it delivered, it was really bad quality, so I had to look up the artist, and I realized that they are not actually I figured they might be producing these without your consent, and they were. You know, I thanked them. Try to get a little bit of like, yeah, this is my art. I've not given consent to this. They were selling it off of Amazon. But that's one of the cases where they like try to sell a wall scroll with my art, but because the picture is so teeny tiny, when you scale it up to a full wall scroll, it just looks terrible. Exactly, Zai. You get your own art off of there, but like, yeah, next con they just try to sell it again, right? It's just really low. It's terrible. Should have been a ban, yeah. It totally should have. It's terrible. Art theft is really, really icky. Let's try another one. Let's kick it up a notch. I think there's another... Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh. Boss music. Where do I hear boss music? I need like a health bar. A health bar that just shows up is like, oh. Should be like the a health bar where it says like the picture, you know, like the drawing. It's just like brrr, press shift to run. Oh no, like new objective, survive. I'm sorry that happened, Sai. That's a terrible feeling, really. It is a terrible feeling. Or objective, run for your life. Ugh. New objective, draw. Ugh. Draw, pilgrim. May I ask to what kind of resolution DPI you change it to when you turn down the quality? I work with 5,000 plus and it goes down to 800 usually. I usually post like less than 20% of the actual picture. Yeah, I get that. I know that feeling, Sai. It's kind of like, wow, okay, they seem that they deem this sell worthy and stuff, but also it's also kind of like, what the hell? Yeah, I should have like a Raiders. I should have like a Raiders music, you know? I don't like that comment. So, it goes. Okay, that was one loop. It's fine. We don't have to have the... Let's do the nice cozy ones. Okay, we beat the boss. Okay, the music calmed down. It was all like... The feather is mightier than the sword. Bloomies, to my side! And just like... When we got some level ups and stuff, and it's okay, now we just keep exploring the area, right?
Hootville, there's a treasure chest.
All right, folds. I've been dancing around the folds a little bit too much. First of all, I need to look up a reference for a blazer because this is actually a blazer. A frickin' blazer. Let's see. It is buttoned up too. There's not a lot of good references. Usually people are like, the references are with their arms down. A Okay, we go. We got arms up. Okay, okay, okay. Close, close. Because like the blazers are not made to be like have your arms up and stuff, right? Nice, nice. It's literally an actually picture, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna wreck it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you know, a little tell, especially I did this. The more tight the fit on the clothes, the more of a tell that folds are not your best friend. The baggier the outfits and the nicer the folds, the more of like a so you're approaching me level kind of a thing, you know? You're showing your mastery. Hello, Julieta. Design so fire. Thank you. This is for my art challenge. This is the random character I drew, and this is the character I'm drawing based off of that. You want more information? It's on the it's pinned to chat, but it's nice to have you here. Thank you. So this blazer is like, it's not a loose fitting thing, of course. But I gotta remember that there's some shoulder padding to this. At some point you just gotta make your own little assumption, like try to make an estimated guess about things, you know? Alright. So Bureza. Kono Bureza. Let me draw some stuff. First of all, this part is probably gonna... Oh, it's also buttoned. This doesn't work on a button blazer. Okay, there's no button blazer anymore. It is open. It is open. I have opened it. I don't care. This is not gonna work out otherwise. There's a shirt underneath, it's fine. Alright, so this one, I'm just gonna draw a little bit of guidelines here. Let's see. So this part kind of starts kind of stacking up here a little bit because of the shoulder padding, right? So this part, it goes up a little bit, almost kind of starts folding in, like very thickly so right here. And then you have the confound it all, your hair is getting in the way here, Illumi. We'll get back to that later. And then of course this part here of the blazer. Okay, nice. Because you can always just kind of do it like a doll, I guess, doll with ball joints, and just kind of arms go brrp, like it's nothing. But you know, when you have clothes that have certain attributes to them, thickness and whatnot, you it affects it as well. I'm gonna see if I'm able to do anything about it, but this looks a bit better. See the shoulders kind of like bundled up here a bit. So this is gonna have a little bit of seam tension points here, like this. The seams are getting are struggling a little bit. Because of the arm lift. It's not designed to do that. It's not meant to go that way. But sometimes we just gotta bring our arms up. But yeah, blazers usually are designed to be, you know, kind of arms down. So anything that goes up is kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? You know, says the actual garment, if it could speak. Hey, come on! We're not meant to do that. That's not what we do. So it means that this part is just gonna have a lot of folds as we pull the arm up. We don't know what it looks like up here. I kind of did like, look at this. I already did like a sweater kind of a thing. Because I figured it was a sweater. So we can either pick to maybe show some more dull joints and kind of like maybe make it a little bit more like it's a short sleeved one, you know. Gonna do it like this, and then we only need to make this part of the blazer come out here and have some folds at the bottom. Otherwise, generally the bottom of the blazer is kind of dark, and this is just fine, like so. I think we're gonna go for this. The uncomfy feeling, yeah, especially when it's buttoned, right? I just thought that doesn't really work out, so we're gonna do these, have these tension points here. This also kind of like, this part kind of pulls the jacket up, the blazer up that way as well. So this motion would just generally be better to do. Otherwise the blazer kind of wants to come up and your head is just kind of like, but you know what I mean? This is also, this is just a joke, by the way. This is also one of the reasons my blazer is now sleeveless, because every time I would do this, the button would pop. I'm kidding. Hello, Noel. Why, thank you. All right, so we're gonna do something that the arm just doesn't look natural at all. Now that I'm considering where the arm is, the joint is, that the elbow should be there. This doesn't look right at all. It's so easy to be tricked when you just draw a garment without guidelines. So let's maybe do something about this. We're just gonna merge and fix. That's fine. So more like this. Especially with the general frame, just very childlike at this point, which is fine. Which just means we have to pull the arm even higher up. Yeah, I'm having such a hard time with the clothes because they want to be sailor uniform, but also summer tank top with a blazer. Like, make up your mind. Safe kuda. It's your interpretation, Sai. Follow your heart. That's what I always do. Would it be weird if I gave her like ball joints? You really are a relaxing presence after my long day of work. Nice, ooh, thank you very much, and good job, good work, good job at work. Otsukare-sama. Hutsu with work. Maybe more mech joint? Mech joint. What is a mech joint? Mecha jointo. Motorized ball joints are pretty nice though. They are a thing. Well, mecha would be more, I guess it would kind of be more so instead of ball joint. It could be ball joint shaped, but you mean the fact that you have two pieces essentially, like so, with a locking cylinder through. Usually it would be accompanied with hydraulics as well that move it, but it would, and also if it's rotatable, you could also have rotatable joints on these sides here. So it's actually like this rotates as well. Luckily though, the Pretty Doll stuff have actually developed like like motorized doll joints that actually look like this, so that you can actually make them move around. It's been a while since I heard anything about that kind of stuff though, but I guess we could also make it silver colored or something, just to kind of make it a bit more of a contrast. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Straight up having a diagram of a hydraulics joint connection. I guess it's a bit of a tell. The fact that I would just draw this kind of stuff and that I dig mecha stuff. But yeah, this is me, like my mental visualization and then sketching something with it. Obviously, a lot of these things are not completely correct, but it just gets the point across. The only thing with ball joints is that it's really tricky to have them motorized, but they have made them motorized, which is really good. Limited mobility, which is fine for a wrist, because it would be kind of weird if you just can spin the wrist a lot, so yeah. They're not reusable when you need to put pressure on those parts. That's it's a good thing. This is sci-fi. This is fictional. Those drawing look like you build a lot of Lego Technic. I actually never have built a single Lego Technic. I wasn't good with building Legos. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Never dabbled in robotics with Lego Technic. Nope. Never did. Maybe they were too pricey when I was an owlet. Also, yeah, no, my hometown was just burned to a crisp, so. Yeah, this has a bit of an adventure game kind of. It could be in the newest Rune Factory, for instance. Actually, also got sailor uniform here. No, poor Bill. Yeah, I never dabbled in robotics with Lego Technic. No. Okay, so this can be this part can be lower, luckily. I don't have to worry about thickness of the blazer. Anti-safe, cool. Kinda need to have this and maybe have a little bit of a... How can one live without Lego? I don't know. I'm doing it. I guess with having a canvas or a pen and paper. This is the overworld. And then we run into a random battle, right? Reminds me of some like older JRPGs or something where you have some really nice folk music in the overworld as well. But then when the good part hits, you get interrupted by a battle or something. Snakes or Playmobil? No. That's when you sit still in the overworld. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes you gotta move and then the music is still nice, you know? And then the battle happens. Brrr. Get ready for battle, Plumies! Woot woot! You gotta the ready stance, you know? Fireball! Poof. And then you win and it's back to overworld. Forgot the... Dang it, I forgot the fanfare. Right. Oh no, it's another battle. Let's see you block this. It's a special battle. Oh. Okay, ready stance. They're attacking us. Swish slash. They're attacking the Plumies. Swish slash. No, it has protection. Took the battle. Took the damage instead. Healing aura. Man, dude, these songs just put all kinds of voice lines in my head. I can't control it. Like second form. Perish before me. Gotta find. I have to find the victory. The victory. Which one is it again? Perish before me. Green blaze. Of course I'd win this. Easy. Level up. And there we go. Back to the overworld. There you go. Freaking Vil limit break becomes like, be careful, Plumies. Ah, when it's just like glowing green monster. That's so silly. So funny to think of. And if it's like a Tales of game, then the music goes down and you have like a dialogue. Hey, Plumies, did you leave this here? Hoot hoot. What do you mean I did it? Hoot 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 hoot. When was I dark and green like my eyes glowing? Hoot. What? It's just a little skit. Ah man, video games are so nice. They do all kinds of funny little quirks things. They have had such a part in my life. Thank you, video games. Thank you for inspiring me to draw. Thank you for fueling my creativity and my silliness. We give thanks to the let's give thanks to the video games that have inspired us our lives by liking the stream. That way the algorithm will know that we like video games. Give a like to the stream. Woohoo! Let's go back to the old playlist now. That's it, this one. And let's finish up the blazer, so we can round up the drawing a bit. Eating tasty parfait. Tasty parfait. Glad to hear it, Sai. Good job. Structure has been given where there was none. Have there been any characters, any kind of game that has used like artistically based attacks for characters? There was I remember a Castlevania game for the Nintendo DS, I believe it was, where the evil vampire, not Dracula, the evil vampire was used blood magic as way of paintings. So you would have to be like, blood art technique, a painting of the soul, and then he would just kind of attack you with canvases that are floating around, but you know, he paints with blood magic, so it still attacks you. So that's kind of what I mean with artistically based attacks, you know. Final Fantasy, yeah, 14 is a class that you can be an artist. Actually attack with art stuff. That was useless. I like savory. I prefer savory. Yeah, but most are LOL lookalikes. Some Fate characters do have that. Oh, okay. Because I know musical attacks have been a thing in multiple RPG series, right? You kind of stumble upon them every so often, looking around for games and stuff. And technically Okami, I guess. Okami is like a brush, but they don't scream their attacks, so. Massive paintbrush as a weapon. That's so funny. There's this anime called Senju, when the main character actually uses her art for battle. Ooh, that's cool. Zenshu, huh? Shugokara. Amo with the blue outfit. Let me have a look. Zenshu. Oh, that's cool. And then Shugokara. The blue outfit. Amu. Blue. Oh, alright. Holding a paintbrush and stuff. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, like artistically. Fighting with a huge brush and stuff. Well, I do know one of the plumies essentially wielding a huge brush, a magical brush even. So that would be a very beneficial moveset for said character. That sounds like such a cool plumie, right? Some plumies have plume sonas. Yeah, I want when I saw Mary's, they're fantastic. Yeah, Mary's got the huge brush with the magic paint. Yeah, so I mean you can design your own plumie and then base your plume sona off of that if you'd like. It's always a fun little thing to do. I've designed a couple as an early part of like members rewards. That is not a thing anymore, but then it was kind of like it was fun to look around what gemstone matched what the different plumies wanted to have. Because you know there's multiple gemstones that have the same color, you know, and even sapphires that are normally known as blue can come in green and red as well. So it's always like a little fun little thing to dive into to look up what the different gems mean and do. Whether or not you believe in crystal attributes and stuff like that, it's still like a fun little attribute thing to give your character. And it can be either representing something that you are or something that you would like, you know, that kind of thing. And then when you have the colors for your little plumie, you can base that off of and make your plume sona off of it. I remember some like Joy, for instance, had a. Could you remind me what the crystal is called, Joy? Because the crystal has these kind of almost glass cutting shapes in it, which works really well when it's circle, because when it's round, because it actually has these kind of like rutilated quartz. Yeah, so it's a quartz gem crystal with a lot of like things that go like, you know, crisscross different shapes, and it's really clever because it looks like a ball of yarn. I thought that plumage were based on IRL. No, it's a very a personal thing. There was one that wanted the feather to be kind of like a phoenix feather, so they were very fire coated as well. So the feather got to be very flamboyant, but like a phoenix feather. So no, plumies are named plumies because initially everyone was each, or they always have been. You always have been, but initially we said that every plumie is each a feather under my wing, right? So I lift you, you lift me, and we soar high in the skies together. So it's the feathers are from like all kinds of the feathers are come in all shapes and sizes and colors from different kinds of birds, different places, origins, you know. And even from the same kind of bird, the feathers might look different as well. So you can make your own up. The only little thing is that a plumie is little round and cute. And then you plume Sona, you can do you can draw yourself however you want, really. Dwarf desert owl. That's cool if you base it off of an actual owl too. That's completely fine as well. It's a personal thing. Block striking 9. I feel like I need to lock in a bit to actually get the rest of the drawing. It's not that far from being pretty much, you know, kind of presentable, but I feel like I might need to lock in a bit. So we might have to put in a little bit of a battle theme. Bear with me. We flocking in. All right, let's go. Battle mode activated. Bearing with you. Thank you. How goes it remembering to save? Not at all. Thank you for that. Progress save. Thanks. I thought I'd lose my progress. Like reviving someone in battle, you know? Thanks, I thought I was done for. Alright, Sai. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I think this is the most I'm gonna draw down on this, so I'll just this has this little black thing right here, which I think I'm gonna use as a like tying a ribbon. Nah, it doesn't look good. It's alright. I've wondered what that thing is. I have no idea what it could be. What if I just draw it like that because it's in the picture, just to kind of include that weird thing as well, right? Because it's kind of like it's actually coming up this way, but it'll. I think I'll just make it kind of do this. Da 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 da. A ribbon would be really cute, but I'm thinking it would, but at this point I'm just trying to get this strange thing that is sticking up there, so we're gonna use this. What does the picture does? Oh, I guess so, with the like it's a knife there too, and the cat is like smug. Is that the one you mean? The cat like... That one. The wind is blowing, yes. We're gonna have to say that it is, otherwise it doesn't make sense. All right. This part here, we don't need the hand to be this, so we just do the ball joint again. We're gonna do silver ball joints, right? So let's color this Shiruba like so. Does it need it would. Her hair is actually made of steel. Thank you. It's steel wire. We'll see. This part is still not completely rendered, so I might be able to do it, but we'll see. It's kind of blowing the wrong way because it could have been the book kind of flew with the wind, you know, but you know what? If I was more planned with these things and prepared, that might have been a nice little thing to do. Which is why I'm practicing to become more planned and prepared for these kinds of things. But yes, that is true. That's very true. Extra credit. That goes another. Get another hoot hoot. Have another hoot hoot seal. Very good. It does in fact mean that the hair should also change. Welcome to the Vilhelm Vanderbos stream, where everything is improv and the hoots don't matter. She tied her bows so badly it's a skill, right? It's actually coming up from the top. It's just kind of wonky, weird. Yeah, it's fine. We can use any of those. We can use any of those actually. Da 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 da. Just mentioning it in case anyone is watching that didn't catch it early in the stream. If there's a poll on YouTube right now which is asking which game we should play on Cozy Monday. Between the three, date everything. We go for a friendship route, of course. We do, or we play Minecraft to continue building on the evil lair, or do whatever other kinds of fun Minecraft things. Or we play Rune Factory, Gardens of Azuma. With focus on progression between streams and stuff, right? Feel like just go ahead and vote whichever one you would like to see on Cozy Mondays. So it stays, this becomes a bit of a mainstay of the game. The new Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't play like scary games are not very cozy, so that doesn't fall into my my repertoire of games. I'm sure it's a good one though. There's still a poll coming out of what game Evil should play as well. I'm still kind of going through the poll rewards for the rest of the stuff that we did. So I'm getting to that, of course. So you can suggest games and stuff. But for now, we just kind of want to know to plan for next month and things like that. Okay, we can calm this down a little bit now. No. Sure. Blazer ended up looking more black than gray, but this is just what we're doing, I suppose. In other news, I suppose tomorrow for the members of the channel, we're gonna play some jigsaw puzzles. Nice cozy jigsaw puzzle. I'm gonna try a new website that I've seen other VTubers use, but otherwise, if the website is not working with us, then we'll fix up the usual one that we've used. Blazer could use some work, honestly, but we're doing something like close enough at this point. Repo, I played some Repo. Mainly in collabs with other people, though. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Alright, it doesn't loop that well. Yeah, I like Jigsaw too. Usually I try to make it binaural as well. I haven't promised it this time around because I don't know how the noise is gonna be and it's really warm, but generally it's still cozy. I'm still gonna put the cozy audio up and everything. I don't know if I can make it binaural though. So I'm managing right now because there are 2 fans blasting air right now and the binaural microphone will pick all of that up, you know? Dun, 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 dun. Instead of the fireplace, just like whoa, yeah, that's very cozy. Actual fire, like actual fans, oscillating fans. Might still be doable though if if we just do it in the evening. Should be fine. Especially if it's an old fan or something. And just hear it move. Now for real though, the binaural microphone really picks up a lot of stuff even without even with the filters on and stuff like that, so it makes it less cozy. I personally don't like any kind of binaural stuff where you can hear the whining of the computer or something like that, you know? Or, you know, magic mirrors. This stream has been pleasant though, I gotta say. Just me going, Floomy. No, I like to use sounds in the background like rain and stuff like that. As you guys know, is a way to kind of even out the sound. But because it just picks up everything around you, it's just not, ASMR to me gets so uncomfortable so fast. I think it's I'm glad we've been able to do it the way we have, because it's this kind of like narrow tightrope of keeping things cozy, like with many things, funny enough. Okay, let's give it to sleep here, and I would say that this is, you know, pretty much donezo. I'll talk through the fan. I don't have a fan right, like I can grab right now. It would be fun if I could do it though. Yeah, and as you guys know, we make sure I try my best to make sure that it's cozy for everybody. If anyone feels uncomfortable, then we just don't do it. When I built the owl clock, that was a thing too, you know, like the TikToks was not like something that was cozy for everybody. Hello Milana, welcome, how are you doing? Finishing prep for a pie. You baking a pie? Wow. What kind of pie? But more importantly, can I have a taste? I would like a sample. Here. I don't have a sample. Cheesecake! But instead of the bottom layer made of cake biscuity thingy, it's caramelized. Wait, so it's a... Without the cake layer, it's just more fruit? That's... Wait, but that's illegal. That's illegal. That's excellent though. That sounds so tasty. That's how my mom makes it. Absolutely loved it since childhood. Oh my goodness. That's kind of like going, you know what my favorite part of the pie is? The fruit. So we should just skip the parts I don't like about the pie and just make more of the good stuff. And I respect it. That sounds really nice. You can have a bite. Nice-oo! What is this creation called? It is fruit overload. Let's name the creation. Let's name the creation. What would you call it? It's an exercise in creativity, everybody. Also, I need advice. Advice? Yes, whipped cream would definitely be good with this. Oh, not that kind of advice? Okay. What can we help you with? I think cheesecake should be pretty easy to do gluten-free and lactose-free. You can even do it straight up vegan if you have vegetable-based butter and stuff. Dull with the wind. Ooh. What is it? Debating adding bananas to the cheesecake part to add less sugar. But I'm worried the flavors will clash. You have blueberry banana goes well together. Apple banana is a little bit of not sure if they would. Depends on the apples, I think. If you have sour apples, like galas, maybe banana would work. If you have very sweet apples, then I don't think it would. It could work. One of my like favorite things that variations to kind of commonly made cake, like a pound cake kind of thing, just a little kind of coffee cake thing, is before you put it to bake in the oven, you put a bit of you actually use orange juice instead. It makes it really juicy and has a hint of orange. Banana apple works for sure. Try that one, but it was very surprised. Try that one out and was very surprised. So bananas. Yeah, all three. You're playing with very mighty. You are playing with very mighty forces here, Milana, and that is exactly what the alchemists are all about. So I say go for it. Pear instead of banana is a really good one too. Apple pear, Blueberry, very good, very good. Young bananas, I've always felt like banana and apple can be a little bit tricky. It's really nice together, but I would say blueberry banana work better, like as a complement to each other, because blueberries are a little sour. Also, Seal, you're a genius! Ah, it means the front would have to go to the side as well and have to stay there. Especially if the wind is this strong, you know? What do you guys think? Maybe easier to flip the tie? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe it would be. Then it would be kind of correct with the actual character pool, so to say. Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, 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 ba-dam, ba-dam. Generally, drawing streams are a little bit more they're a little bit more just chatty, so I feel like it's easier to. But also, I straight up asked how you were doing, so. Thanks for answering, Milana. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Good luck, CL. Okay, what do we call this? Milana, what is the creation called? The variation. You call it cheesecake, but clearly this is more of a universe imploder kind of a thing. Sudden implosion. Infusion. Da, 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 da. And just go back to this one for now as we round things up in a mo. Once again, if you want to enter this, the deadline is Sunday, and you can upload via the Discord or the Blue Mods, of course, as well. If you want to join the Globie fan Discord. Summer Dream, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Is it working? There you go. Summer Dream is a good name for that, I would say. How do I join the Globie Discord? That is how you join it. There's the Globie fan Discord. We as talents are not part of it, and you have a part called Vil Study, which is my part where the plumies are. So if you have anything that you want to upload in terms of like you know, something for challenges and stuff like that, then you can do it through there as well. The plume mods are available. You can send me the stuff that you send there. There's also sometimes there's some like fan projects and things like that as well, and general discussions. For a while, at one point, I remember there was a talk about like flower, meanings, flower meanings, things like that just kind of pop up, and there are general talks about it. Nice place to be. Plumies are cozy. May you all have an unexpected sweet treat to brighten your mood. Unexpected? Yeah, you betcha. But plumies, you know, you all always are my unexpected sweet treat. No, you and your streams are. Why? I guess it goes both ways, huh? Okay, we're actually getting there. It's almost wrap up time. We went on an adventure, didn't we? We were fighting things. We were talking about art. Then there was that RPG battles and stuff, and yeah. All right, pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the suggested volume of the outfit, you know? Hand is kind of coming out of nowhere, honestly. It would be better if it just kind of... if it just kind of kept to the general shape of this, because it's kind of messing with it. So maybe something like this. It'd probably be easier if I lift the hand a little bit as well to kind of bring in the rest of it, but I don't know if I can do that easily. Let's try. Cut. Paste. Ba 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 ba. Ball joint. I have a quote, I have to quote Meadow, who was just running through. Always running through that Meadow. Dang, Will. But again, such a masterpiece on screen. That's amazing. He said like his head is on the spot, like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And zoom. Thank you, Meadow. Very fun illustration of Meadow's Plumie, by the way. Joy. It's a running Plumie. Hoot hoot. Zoom. With the added adorable, you know, little tippy tappies of the talons on the floor, like. You know how in Pokemon generally you usually have utility abilities for Pokemon and how different Pokemons might help you move around and stuff? It's not the only game that does that. Monster Hunter Stories does too. But your characters and companions are essentially the ones that kind of help you traverse certain areas. I feel like I could get really far with the Plumies. You just summon in certain people, you know? You got cooking Plumies, you got musical Plumies. There was an old, I say old RPG. I think I remember it was on the Wii or something, but called King's Story or something, Little King's Story, something like that. I'm not sure, but you were like, you moved around with your people as king, you know, and they just kind of just pitter patter of people kind of moving around, following you everywhere. Like you had your character was kind of chibi like, you know, you ran around, and then you had your like villagers kind of just following you in this huge like group, regardless where you went. It was always behind you, so it was like a long tail of people, essentially. That's how I picture the whole like Plumie army. I love how everything has developed for you guys as Plumies, you know, like, yeah, it's it has this kind of little helpers kind of a vibe, you know. Everyone's got their thing they're good at, and you have your little Plumie to represent it. We've had little stories written about it too. Oh, that's true. Maybe it's like it's the death note that fell on her. Did you drop this? Key item pluming. Yeah. It gives the Pyrenees from this Gaia only cuter. Hi, dude. We just gotta do the little the last little bit of hair, but I can fix that up on my own. It's all good. Shall we be smart about this side as well and just kind of copy the other one? Copy, paste. Da 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 da. Okay, cool. Bring back the arm, and we got I guess the winds are pretty strong though, so we'll have to do the these hairs kind of also going a little bit to the side. Kind of like this, yeah? I'll fix up these strands of hair after, yeah. One last detail on the book, which are the lines are supposed to be gold. Hello, Kuni. Love the rendering. Thank you. We're done with this, essentially. This is just going to be a little hard mode entry to my challenge, which I am featuring everyone's creations on Sunday. If you got a mo, you're welcome to drop by and see what everyone has created on the Maybe OC challenge this month. And if you want to join a challenge at some point, you can check out my next challenge. It'll be revealed first couple of days in June. July. It's June now. It's because I started with May and I thought like the next month is June, obviously. Anyways, here we go. Did we have a background in mind? I don't think we did, right? It's just whatever, really. Do we do the whole like they went up to this the school classroom entrance Japan? Let's have a look. Image, and there we go. That's the hallway. That's the classic hallway that you always see in anime. The slidey door and everything. That's fine. And then the windows in the back, right? So it's kind of Gonna need a bit of desaturated brown in the back. There's a window there. Another window right there. The white in the window. This has a lot of background shine. I guess we have... Should probably move it a little bit off center just to kind of make it generally a little bit nicer to look at. Bloop. No, no. Do this. Like this, like this. The window is there. This is just the side of the window. This is right there. And there's also a door. There's a slidey door which is a little bit warmer tone than this one. Also quite like this. Kind of like that. The entrance to the classroom looks a little bit more like this, with a bit of desaturated darker colors, I guess. Desaturated, darker. The hue is fine, and let's frame it in. Let's frame the whole thing in a little bit. Kind of goes. This should kind of go over the character as well. Not that it has to, but you can try it out. Yeah, alright, cool. Grab the background. Merge it. Blur it. Like a lot. Wait, those shouldn't be blurred. This should be blurred. Filters, blur a lot of it. Blur it. Bloop. Takes a while to load because it's quite a big file. Okay, I like it, but just a little bit more. Bzzz. Nice, and we can use that as a bit of light source from the front, from the back. It's all good. Let's put this in the front. Very improv. This is kind of what I kind of want to avoid. From actually planning my my pictures. Where's the hand? That's the hand. Okay. These can probably honestly just stay the way they are, to be fair. But yeah, we'll call it there. Click, click. Copy, paste it. Done. Thank you, thank you. It's been really fun to do this. Finish your task, excellent. Good job, good job. Now I'm curious about what's this Zenshu that we talked about? Senshu. Might have to see if I can watch an episode. So this is just supposed to be the background. It might actually end up making it a little smaller, but we'll see. Just testing things out a bit. Oh, guess that one would need to be affected as well. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. This was the character I pulled. This was what I drew. And this is the picture done. The kind of lighting here doesn't really make sense right now, but is the concept. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining in. We were able to finish it up. Might make the circle a little smaller. But I'll see if I fix it up until the feature stream. Let's do a little save. And saved. Hutsu, everybody. Hutsu. Beautiful work as always. Thank you very much. Thank you. The past weeks or so, I've been practicing a little bit of basics and looking up a lot of references stuff. I'm happy you guys feel like what I draw is nice. I do think it turns out really nice. I still feel like I can, like, the fun thing is like you have this feeling you can always improve, you know, but at the same time I kind of also stumbled upon ways to improve, which makes it all the more giddy and exciting. But yeah, thank you. I hope everyone has a really nice start of the weekend tomorrow. I will meet the alchemists for some jigsaw puzzles tomorrow. It'll be nice and cozy, nice and fun. I'm gonna have a look, see who is streaming. I think Vance is still doing this birthday celebration. So I think we can raid into that. Might be a little noisy. I think he's playing Repo. If you hear everyone that's in the call, it might be a little bit. Yeah, it might be really noisy, but I do want to support Vance on his birthday, so y'all go and hang out with Vance for a little bit. Just be ready for the volume. If you've seen what Repo is like in collabs, then you kind of know what to expect. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. And thank you so much for hanging out today. I had a really fun stream. We talked about all kinds of stuff. It was a bit of an adventure. Save. Nice. And we have volume sliders. Yeah, go for it. And give a little hoot hoot. Hoot hoot, happy birthday. There you go. Raid message, and we go. Okay. Hoot 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 soon. Yeah. It's just tomorrow to go, and then it's the weekend. Good job, everybody, getting through the week. Proud of you all. And thank you for hanging out today. I'll see you, I'll see the rest of the channel. I'll see you on Sunday for the Maybe OC feature. Sound good? Alchemist tomorrow, Jigsaw Puzzle, and General Chats. Hoot hoot, happy birthday. Why, thank you. It's not my birthday yet. Yeah. And let's go give a hoot hoot happy birthday to Vance that has a new outfit and is playing Repo. And yeah, take care, everybody. For now, we say bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye. Stay lovely, Plumies. See you real soon. I'm sorry to bother you, but there seems to have been a book falling from this classroom, and I wanted to know if any one of you may have dropped it. No? I'm sorry to have bothered. Hoot afternoon. I'll check next door. Thank you.